Hello, this is Mike, and today we're going to talk about the built-in die roll for the virtual map. The die roller, if you haven't guessed, is the tab labeled dice. And before we show actually how to use it, I want to show the behind the scenes for it. So this, voila, lovely little graphic shows how it works. So Avid Assistant slash virtual map, say this one right here, will basically send a request up to the cloud, yay, cloud, to the die roller function. The die roller function will then grab some random numbers from random.org. Check out random.org, awesome website for getting random numbers because they actually use weather patterns as a random generator. And then the die roller gets those random numbers. It gets the die roll request. It goes OK, combines two together, and puts the results into the remote database. And then the results are distributed to all the different Avid assistants that are part of the same game. So none of the actual resolution of a die roll is done in any of the Avid assistants. It's all done remotely in the cloud, so the odds of somebody cheating are greatly reduced. So with that out of the way, how do you actually use it? Well, on the right-hand side here, we have our ARCs page where we have our attacker and target bars. And now the die rolling section, we have a bunch of buttons here at the bottom for the different types of rolls you make. The most simple of which is a simple D10 roll. Just roll a D10. It's transmitted out to the die roller, grabs a random number, puts it into the database, and that's downloaded to everyone's Avid Assistant. I'll move that over there. So you can see that die type of D10 by the Karmic Tourist, which is the current attacker, was rolled, and the result was a 4. And so that's otherwise it's just bunch of different die types, like popular ones 2d10 minus, because that Astra Games loves weird die rolling things. So 2d10 minus, if you're not familiar, you take 2 dice and take the difference of them, and that's your result. So for this case, we rolled a 6 and a 9, so the result is a 3. So it shows a 2d10 minus, result is a 3, 6 and 9 were rolled. When the actual individual rolls are displayed, they'll be in brackets. Again, location, if you want to do a different hit location on a ship, you just have the target in the target bar and click location, and it'll generate a new location. It's just a simple D10 roll. Crew rate check uses the attacker bar. You just roll it, and it's a crew rate check. 4 plus, that'll probably be a failure because our it's a 6 is our crew rating. SI check is just a 2d10 minus roll, but you kind of want to have it labeled in the database so you know it's an SI check. The attack roll is the most complex one because you're rolling 4 dice. An accuracy number, 2 dice for the penetration, and 1 die for the hit location. So again, you have your attacker up here, your defender down here. So type attack, attacker, defender, it's accuracy 7, penetration roll is 3, hits location 7. Right up here above it is the generic roller. This you can roll any number of dice with a given target number and it'll count the number of successes. It's important for things like meson beam or meson screens, which reduces the incoming damage from a meson beam by 1 per success. So if you have 14 points coming in, you don't want to sit here rolling this 14 times and then counting. You just go, oh, I'm going to roll 14 dice. My target number is a 7 plus. Roll. They'll tell you you have 7 successes, and here's all the numbers that were rolled from lowest to highest. And you have seven successes. On the SSD page, we also have the generic die roller as well, because if you're doing a crew rate check to repair something, usually it's just 1 die, and then you give yourself your crew rate for these ships are a 6 plus. You just roll it and tell if you failed or how many successes you got. I'm failing a lot. Oh yeah, I got a success. The reason why it's a generic die roll here instead of just a crew rate check is this is for Mise on screen. You also have nuclear dampers or any other super science, as well as doing damage control rolls without having to tab back and forth between the dice tab and the SSD tab. So other than that, we covered how to roll ECCM in another video, and as you can see, all the dice are listed here. That will come up is the aggression, and that is at the start of the turn. Okay, as you can see, the aggression rolls are done automatically on the virtual map. If you want to update them, you click the blue button down here. It lists all your ships. Click on your ship, you can re-roll it, and there we go. Or you can just set your aggression to be aggressive or non-aggressive, depending if you have any sort of special abilities determined by the scenario. So that is the die roller, nuts and bolts, forwards and backwards. Have any questions, just leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you. Otherwise, have a nice day.